There we go.
There we go.
So guys, we're live on the road. This is an unplanned stream, so it'll be a handful of minutes before anyone gets here. But we're on our way to my most favorite location, and she's actually investigated there before. It's where we did the Valentine's special, Post Town, and we'll be filming another special tonight. I forgot that bandana.
Oh no.
I just now remembered. But I think we'll be all right. I'm gonna have to roll the window, guys. It's warm. It is like, it feels like it's almost 70 degrees.
In a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the Kentucky 4
All right, I've got most of this drive memorized.
Is there a way I can mute it?
No, you can leave it on.
Okay.
It's part of the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to have a reminder. Wow, it is like hot in this car.
Yes. Turn the AC on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little AC
Use
action.
the right lane to take the Kentucky 4 North ramp.
This is the first time I've used the AC in 2021. Let's fucking go.
I thought you were going to say in 20 years.
In a quarter
In
mile,
20
merge onto
years.
Kentucky 4 North.
This is the first time. What's all the traffic today? It's
know.
Monday?
It's Monday. I guess everybody's just getting off of work and school, maybe.
Alright, if anyone says, like, has any questions, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any questions for Laura, let us know. She's going to be keeping an eye on the chat, if possible. I know, like, it's hard to read without getting car sick.
Yeah.
Just occasionally.
I'm going to occasionally.
Continue for 4 miles.
And yeah, we'll go for like 30 minutes or so, unless we're having just like a super awesome fun time. And then we'll go for like 40 minutes. Also, oh, there we go.
Nice.
There we go. There's some lighting. What was that?
I don't know. It didn't sound good though. Oh.
Something. One of these trucks is shitting all over the place.
I think
Excuse
it's
my
that
language.
guy. No, I don't know. I think it's both of them.
The one I just got behind. It's one or two of them, or both of them, like you were saying.
Maybe
So,
all.
what's up, guys? Look at all the members. You see the green?
Nice.
Shout out to the members. Who do we got? Is that Dory?
Yeah.
Is that Wild Child? Dory, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. Is that Christine? Joey Vitality? Do I see Joey Vitality?
There's a speed trap ahead.
Oh, thank you. Very helpful.
Very helpful.
Good information to have. Wow, that AC feels good.
That's fun.
This reminds me of being on the road like back in the day. Because so when I very first started, the AC went out in the car after one of my big West Virginia trips. And so that summer, I didn't have any AC. And then one day I was on my way to, I think, Post Town. I was on my way to somewheres. And why is everyone slowing down? What's going on? I was on my way, I think, to Post Town or maybe Revenant. It was super hot. Either way, it was like 100 degrees, sweating, you know, freaking balls to the wall sweat. And I just turned on the defrost. And the defrost started blowing cold air. Or did someone throw it down?
Yeah.
Angie Rotting Dog.
Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Angie, thank you for wishing her a happy birthday. And thank you for lighting it up here. Because, as you all know, being out on the road, boots on the ground, on location, the donations mean everything. So, Angie, thank you so freaking much. And I hope we can go extra hard tonight. I hope we can go, because it's not gonna be super cold. We're not gonna have the element of like weather weighing us down. So guys, I'm gonna do everything I can to give you all the best investigation possible.
Oh, you got the blue firework in town?
Yeah, the blue fire. Yeah.
awesome.
I-75.
That the blue fire. There's the black flames. There's the Eric emoji. The members have access to.
Nice.
It looks so good. I need to get a Laura emoji to put on there. I also need emojis of the girls.
Yes.
A whole bunch that we got to put on there. Yeah, guys, we're gonna film something tonight for the members, for the members only, the Patreon members, for the Epic researchers, basically for the exclusive clubs, the Epic clubs. We're gonna film a little something, and we're gonna film a little special for upcoming St. Patty's Day. So that should be good. That just reminded me, I had a crazy dream. It was one of those dreams where it lasted a really long time. I just want to go ahead and get over. But yeah, guys, cruising down the road with the AC on our way to a location. Like, this is it right here. This is it.
This is living.
I need to put my other glove on. So guys, I forgot my driving gloves, so I have to wear these winter gloves. Shout out to Divine Diamond who sent these in. These are the fanciest gloves I've ever even seen in my
They're
life.
So fancy.
They are incredible. And they work with touch screens. I'm still figuring that out. Yeah, guys, so most cars, most windshields have what's called a UV coating on them to prevent
In a quarter
the
mile,
UV,
take exit
UV rays
9P for Kentucky
from killing you.
922 north.
I guess we could turn
Your
that
town
down
heading
here.
toward
Keep it,
I-64,
use the
I-75.
volume button on the side. It's the big long button, the bottom portion of it. Keep it on just so we know, but low enough to where she's not interrupting. But
It's not yelling.
most windshields have a UV coating. Like in my Prius, for instance, it has a much better UV coating, so you can like sit in the car without it burning you to an absolute crisp. But this car, I guess they like decided, they're like, what if we don't put the coating on? How about saving that money and using it for the speakers? I think that's what they did, because the sound system in this car is it's phenomenal. But anyways, if you just sit in this car, you'll burn. You'll freaking burn. So you got to be careful. Is it like that on your car, on your Jeep? Does it?
I have no idea. I haven't noticed.
So you make
'Cause
2 to 3 hour drives
Yeah.
fairly often.
But I just got my AC back, so my AC was also broke, and I just fixed it this past summer. So up until then, it was just hot no matter what.
Yeah, not having AC, people don't realize like
Yeah,
how big
it
of
was
a deal
brutal.
that
I
is.
drove like 2 years without it.
That's a long time. I only went like 6 months.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was like it did go out at the start, like during spring,
Yeah.
and so I missed like most of the summer with no AC.
Yeah.
But not 2 years, not 2 full summers worth. So
Yeah, mine went out in the middle of the summer, and then I went like at least 2 full summers without it because they told me it was going to be like $1,000 to fix it. And then I went to somebody else.
That's a lot of
they
money.
fixed it for like $100. That's why I wasn't going to fix it because I was like, I'm not paying $1,000.
$1,000.
Car's barely worth that alone.
That's insane. And guys, I hate to say it, like there's so many. My dad's a mechanic, so I have an idea of like how much the parts cost and how much time it takes to fix something, and just hearing the prices that people get charged. Because like my dad does side work for people, and it's just incredible the difference in price. It's insane. I will say though, shout out to Al's in freaking Mechanicsville, Virginia. Al's in Mechanicsville, Virginia, or around there. It's around where the cabin on 360 is. They fixed my headlight for $20.
Oh, wow.
And I already had the headlight, so they didn't have to provide the part or anything. And it took them literally like 30 minutes, you know, it wasn't super long at all. But I was expecting them to charge me like 60, you know, but they charged me $20, so I tipped them $20. I was like, this is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Give that dude an extra 20.
Yeah, for real.
And they had a little dog in there. It was nice. I will say though that I need to reposition that headlight because like it's like way back in there, and so one of my headlights is way bright and one's like way dim. But at least I have both headlights. I don't think there's any law against like how bright they have to be.
I don't think so either because people with LED headlights do not care.
Yeah,
They just drive around.
They hurt.
No care in the world.
I swear, like it seems like what would the brights look like? You know, because
They don't need 'em.
people drive around with these new lights that just, oh my god.
Let's go the other way.
All right. I'm glad someone honked,
Yeah, for real.
but thankfully that ambulance was going that way anyway. So even if we did cruise on through the intersection,
Mm-hmm.
I can feel the pull on the car from the AC. Guys, gas prices. This is the first time I've had to fill up in like a couple of weeks, or like it's the first time I put gas in the car in like a week and a half. But I guess maybe because it's getting warm out, I don't know. But the gas prices have skyrocketed. It's like almost $1 more per gallon.
That's crazy.
Oh, is there? All right, I'm playing it risky here, guys. So I'm in the left lane, and I need to get over into the right lane in under a quarter mile to get onto the interstate. But usually, people get all slow on the first. There's 2 different merge lanes to go, like one's north and one's south, and we're going north. Oh no!
I think you can get in front of this white guy.
Think so?
This white guy.
I think I can push it a little further.
He's on literally just phone up, like right in front of his face.
See, like, hopefully these people are turning right. See, I think in front of this blue car.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we freaking go. See, look at all those people turning right. Psh, going south.
What do they think they are?
We all know what's in the south. Hell no. I don't know where the south, or where the south is.
No, where's
I don't know where hell is. Oh
South
my
has
god.
Florida, which is basically the same thing.
I didn't even see that hole.
I didn't even see it. Look at that car, like the purple.
Purple.
There's-
Yeah, it's got purple underneath. All right, here, go through the chat if you can. Try and
I
read.
can.
You just gotta touch it.
I did touch it. Nothing's happening.
Just scroll up.
Oh, scroll up. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait till the sun gets out on this turn.
Guys, we need to speed it up if we're gonna merge on the interstate. I don't understand why people go this slow when they think they're gonna merge.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay. Sorry, Jeep, running up on us. I tried to get him to go
Over it.
faster.
My hands are in the way. That's what
Or just read their names out. Haunted by Haunted, Miss Pac-Man. What else you got?
Joey, Joe, I can't read. Vitel, I don't know how to say this.
Joey Vitality.
Yeah,
Which one?
it's the H.
Hecubus.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
It's like he spelled it out for me once. It's like Heck-you-bis.
I like that.
Hecubus.
3 Souls
Scott.
Paranormal.
3 Souls. What's up, 3 Souls?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. What's up, Jacqueline? Thank you for being here. Guys, we are on our way to the location. I'm hoping, I was trying to be live by like 7, but it's looking like maybe not. But we're gonna do the multiple angles. Laura might do a solo tonight.
Maybe. So, Matt said, my question, what is both of y'all's most intense paranormal experience?
Well, a lot of them know mine. So let's start with yours.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this. Because like I said, I've really never had one. You know, before going investigating with you. Because I don't know what constitutes, you know,
Well,
paranormal experience.
I'll talk about some of mine. See if it makes you think of anything. So, of course, I have a couple. Ooh, that feels weird. I didn't look at the tires. I think it's just this road.
Probably.
But, of course, one of my most intense experiences ever is when I saw the 7-foot tall demon, the 7-foot tall death figure.
That'll do it.
Saw that at Revenant Acres, and it was a weird night because so at Revenant Acres, either you have crazy, super intense activity or nothing at all. And this was one of the nights where it was just constant, ridiculous activity. And one of the crazy things is, like, that happened that night is Alex and me were investigating, and he was upstairs and I was downstairs, and we were doing like little solos with our live streams. And somehow, as I had the gateway running, the spirits were talking, and then all of a sudden, poof, the gateway turns off. And I'm like, what just happened? The gateway's completely, every single component's off. And I was like, maybe I hit the power switch, you know, like what? So on camera you can see nothing hit the switch. There was nothing close to it. So I hit the switch and nothing happened. And I thought that's weird because if the switch was off and then I turned it on, something should have happened. So I switched it back and then it turned on, which means that the spirit was able to turn the device off without messing with the switch, without messing with the power circuit, without doing anything at all. They were able to shut down the equipment. And I was like, oh, that's freaky. That's freaking
That is
freaky. And then later that night, Alex comes downstairs with the spirit box. So we turn the gateway off, using the spirit box, and out of nowhere, clear as day, on the sweeping, scanning spirit box, it goes, the gateway. Like, just like it was like mocking us or making fun of us. It was crystal freaking clear. And then that's the night we went upstairs, had the manual scan out, and I was like, is there anything evil here? And it goes, 7. and 7's the name of the entity that possessed people there. And at that moment, Alex and me had totally forgotten what the entity's name was. We totally forgot it was 7. So we kept asking, and it kept saying 7. It's 7. And we're like, and then I remembered. Then it hit me. I was like, oh crap, that's the name. That's the freaking name. And so, as I was like having this realization, I looked behind Alex into that room upstairs, and there's a white light anomaly that just like moves in the center of the room. And like, dude, there was something in there. And so he walks through the threshold of the door. As soon as he walks through the door, spirit box goes, demon, loud and clear. So we walk in, we get to the center of the room, and I'm like, dude, something feels weird. Something feels like, it feels freaking intense in here right now. And he's like, yeah, man. And I turn, so while I'm saying that, I'm turning around looking, and I turn behind us, and in the room is this gigantic 7-foot tall hooded robed figure wearing a black robe, and inside the robe is blacker than black. It's blacker than the robe, blacker than anything I've ever seen before. And I lost it. I freaking lost it. Whoa. Hecubus throwing it down big on the PayPal. Guys, we got to see, let's see some of that blue fire in the chat for our man Scott. Scott, aka Hecubus, just threw down 50 on the PayPal. Let's go. Let's get it. That's huge. That is freaking huge. Scott, thank you so much. Guys, tonight I'm trying to raise, if possible, I'm trying to raise a total of 140, because that would cover all the expenses. Because that would cover the 100 that I'm giving to Daryl, and it would cover the 40 that I had to put in the tank. Look at the blue flames. Look at the blue flames. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That is freaking sick. That is so sick.
Nice.
Kelly, hey Kelly. Scott, thank you so much, my man. That is freaking huge. We're like halfway to the goal. Or pretty close. Pretty close to halfway. RJ Litness, what's up, RJ? So guys, I've never done this before. I have the brightness all the way up on the phone. Usually I have it like real low and I can't see anything. But I can actually, I'm catching glimpses of the names here. Robert G, what's up, Robert? But yeah, guys, so that's one of my most intense experiences. And then, okay, besides that, the most intense experience I've ever had was before I knew anything about the paranormal. So guys, my house used to be one of the most haunted homes I've ever experienced in my entire life. Every day and night, it was constant activity, especially at night. And it was unbearable. It was unbearable, the amount of activity. And one night, so at this point, my dog Brow was living there, and I'm in my room, and I always slept with my door open and the hallway light on. And because I found that whenever I was in pitch dark, my night terrors were a lot worse. And so I would leave the light on, and also I thought, like, you know, if a demon's gonna get me, I'd like to be able to see it and not be, you know, just, I don't know. So anyways, I'm in my bed, light on, and I fall asleep, and I'm dreaming in this dream. So basically, in this dream, it's me and a buddy, and we're hanging out with these two chicks, and then he gets a call from some of our other buddies, and they're like, hey, do you want to meet us at this restaurant? You know, we're all hanging out. And he was like, what do you think? You want to meet him at the restaurant? I was like, yeah, let's go. And it was a great dream. It was like an oddly positive dream. Back then I didn't have those kind of dreams, and so it was weird. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm in my bed, and I'm like, oh crap, like I'm at home, like, and I have the covers like up over my face. And so I sit up and I pull the covers down, and there's some girl I don't know sitting on my bed. She's like in underwear, turned around looking at me, sitting on the edge of my bed. Never seen this girl before in my life. And I'm like, what the hell? And I see my dog Brow, he's at the foot of the bed, the opposite side of her, looking right at her. He's looking right at her like, what the? And I'm like, why is Brow not barking? Like, why is he not losing his shit right now? And so I'm sitting there looking at her, and I'm like, I was like, my heart started pounding, and she was like just staring right, and I could tell she had been staring at me for a while. You know, it's like, I think that's why I woke up, because I could feel her staring at me. And my heart's beating fast just talking about it. And So I'm still dreaming. I'm still dreaming. I must be dreaming. So I take the covers and I put them over my head and I'm like, wake up, wake up, wake up. And so then I put the covers back down and she's still sitting there staring right at me. And I'm like, oh my God. And I kept like closing my eyes and opening them. And then she like, I guess she could tell I was freaked out. She turns her head and tries to smile at me. And it's this like weird, like, that's when I realized, like, I couldn't make out her face entirely. It's like the rest of her body, her hair and everything was like sharp, crystal clear, but her face, and then again, she was somewhat silhouetted by the hallway light, but my door's completely open and there's light just filling the room. It's like, it's not dark enough for her face to be as blurry as it was. And that's when I realized, like, she might not be an actual human. This might be something else entirely. So I just sat there staring at her, and she just stared at me with her head tilted, and then she slowly, extremely slowly, started to just fade out. And again, my dog is on the bed, at the foot of the bed, staring right at her, not moving. He's not moved an inch. His ears haven't moved. Nothing's moved. He's sitting there looking up right at her. And then she, like I said, she slowly faded. And after she was like completely faded, completely, extremely rare, he was an Alpha Jack Russell. And so those dogs, they don't want any attention. They don't want you to pet them. They don't want you to look, unless they're like, okay, you can pet me for a second. Now get away from me. Like it was very strange for him to do that. So I left. I was like, I got Brow and we left. I left. I was like, I think I went up to my dad's work and I hung out there. It was messed up. And when I got up, I walked around the part bed where she was. I was like freaked out. I was like, is she gonna reach out and grab me? Like,
that'd be terrifying.
Knowing what I know now, I wish, what's up, Nemesis? I wish I would have like reached out to her. I wish I would have put my hand out to her and seen what she did. But I thought someone had broken into my house. But yeah, guys, what would y'all have done? Go-Man's got another question.
Another question. Oh yeah, before we do that too, there was a PayPal thing we didn't see.
Was there?
I think. I don't know how to get to it.
If you scroll, you might be able to see it.
Like if I pull down.
Yeah, no.
$10 from Hope.
Hope, guys, Hope just threw down 10 on the PayPal donations. And guys, Hope knows this. The PayPal goes through immediately, free to use, no fees. Hope Miller throwing it down big on the PayPal. Hope, thank you so much. Guys, can we light the chat up with those blue flames again? Let's burn it down for Hope. Hope, thank you so much. That is amazing. And that helps tremendously.
And somebody said, where are you on the road to?
We are, was that Rebecca? We are headed to Post Town, my most favorite location. And we are going to be filming, live streaming, doing solos. I'm very excited.
All of it. So, Beth said, have you thought any more or found any weird connections to your past life regression session?
I haven't, but what I want to do, because someone, I think maybe you sent me this post where it's like, the body you were in last is buried somewhere on this earth.
I did send you that, yeah.
And
that's crazy.
And I was like, it really is. Like, unless I was cremated.
Unless, I mean, it's still technically there though.
Right. I really truly believe that I could find my grave. Someone just became a member. Click that.
No, I think.
Walter TX, let's go. Walter, you now have access to the blue flames, to the black flames, to the Post Town emoji, and to the Epic Eric emoji. That's what's up. Walter on the memberships. Very nice. But yeah, so I haven't found any more connections or anything. But I would like to look more into it.
Mm-hmm. I want to do one, like, period, because I've never done one.
It's messed up. It really, like, it shook me for a while. It's literally information you're not supposed to have. Because think of it this way, you'd be working backwards.
Yeah.
You know? Oh yeah, and like at the beginning of, was that Walter with the new emojis?
Yeah.
Nice, very nice. They turned out pretty good.
Yeah, they look really good.
I spent way too long with them, but I wanted them to look sharp.
Yeah, you have to.
But when I very first started the session, I was still kind of there. Like I was still like hearing Kristen talking, and I was aware where I was at. I wasn't like, I don't think I was like fully, what's it called? When they put you in a hypnotic state. I wasn't like I wasn't in like a deep state. But so she asked me what I was wearing, and I looked down and I was naked. And I was like, I can't say that. That's embarrassing. So I just made up wearing like a jacket or something. But really I was like, and it was weird because I looked down and I was dark skinned. I was like very dark tan skin. And I was not white. When I looked down, I was not white. And I was like, this is weird. I was like, not white, and I was naked. But that's what I should have just like. And I was like, I remember, I think the last thing I clearly remember is she said go to the river or the water or something. And then it all gets kind of foggy from there. And then I remember stuff about Mary. She said something about a war. I don't remember any of that. I do remember something about Mary. Great movie. No. The library. I remember the library. I remember seeing it and being like, whoa. At one point we were downtown somewhere. There was a field. I remember the field too. But anyways, I've thought about trying to find, wasn't I in Wyoming? Wasn't my past life
That's
in
what
Wyoming?
you said, yeah.
I thought about trying to find my grave. What did we figure out what my name was?
I feel like you said a name and now I can't remember it.
I can't remember it either.
I know you at least had a first name.
Matt, do you remember what my name was? Is that Cynthia? Berg Pony in the building? Yeah, guys, I think I saw Cynthia wearing the P Pony hat the other day, and I was like, damn, that's sick. That's slick. Is that worldwide? Worldwide ghosts? Yeah, guys, so Laura, I'd be interested in you having a past life regression.
I would be too. I've always wanted to.
It's brutal when you come out of it. The best way I could describe it is like, I forgot the most important thing of my entire life, and I'd forgotten it for 30 years.
That would be crazy. I definitely do want to try it.
I think mine lasted like an hour. I thought it was going to be like a 10-minute thing.
Well, did it feel like an hour?
No.
Like whenever you came out, or did it seem really quick?
It seemed really quick. I did feel devastated though. Like absolutely devastated.
Naturally. Need help?
Yeah, I don't remember what my name was. It was something. It was definitely something.
It was definitely something. I feel like you texted it to me. Like whenever you were telling me about it.
Probably did.
So there's probably a record of it somewhere.
I feel like it was something like Walter.
I was literally going to say Walter, but then I was like, maybe I'm just thinking because of Walter on
Texas.
there.
Yeah. Maybe. Not sure. But yeah, so I was surprised at how I looked back at the recording and I was like crying my eyes out. And I remember like feeling the tears. I remember like feeling the crying. I don't remember exactly what was happening, but I remember I was fighting it so hard. I was like trying not to cry as hard as I possibly could, but I was just bawling, freaking bawling like a baby. It's intense, guys. The past life stuff is intense.
Imagine how much I'd cry then. You cried then.
Yeah, for real. But we're both water signs.
Yeah.
We're both crybabies. I just try to hide it as much as possible. But yeah, fam, tonight. Just thinking song lyrics. The live stream, like I said, it's set for 7:15. Probably go on a little later than that, I'd imagine. You what?
I was asking what time it was, but I literally just looked at the time.
What time is it?
4:21.
4:21.
So we'll see.
So yeah, we might be able to make that start time. We have to really get after it. Oh, is that person gonna get over?
I don't know. They look like they wanted to try to.
Guys, if you can, if you get a chance, definitely go outside at some point today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, who is all a Pisces in here? If you are a Pisces, can we see some fire? Put some fire in the chat if you're a Pisces. TJ, what's up, TJ? Thank you for being here. We're asking where the Pisces homies at. White Lightning Amy. Amy, you're a Pisces, that's what's up.
Nice.
Happy birthday month.
I'm partial to Pisces.
I mean, you are one.
Exactly.
I'm also partial to Pisces. RJ, you a Leo? Let's go. Worldwide Ghost, you're a Pisces? Very nice. Very nice. Alright, there used to be right there. They didn't have that like asphalt there, so it was just like a boom every time. And so I memorized where it was, and I get because the worst one was this lane, so I'd get over before it, and I'd watch people boom. It feels like your car's broke after that.
Oh my gosh! Right after I got this car that I have now, like the first time I drove it, not the first time, but yeah, it was the first time I was coming back from Bowling Green. I went, like, I took some exit that I had never took before, and the road it was like this weird V shape. I swear the road was like this V shape.
That's
and I was
weird.
going down the hill, and I didn't notice, and I thought the car was like dead. It literally felt like I was midair, like
Damn.
the way I hit the ground.
That's
I was
brutal.
like, that's it.
Why would they make a road like that?
Yeah, I don't know. It was very weird.
Oh
May
my-
not have truly been like that.
So, coming back from Mechanicsville, Virginia, which is like 9 hours away, I accidentally hit no tolls.
Nice.
And so what that did is for the first like 4.5 hours, it routed me on back roads of Virginia. The back roads in the woods in the mountains of Virginia. And so I kept being like, surely we're gonna hit the interstate soon. But no, it was bypassing the interstate. So it was like, I did that for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And it did take me, thankfully, past a gas station that had an Arby's, and I was able to stop there. And then I was able to redo the navigation and get back on the interstate. But literally, you'd go like a mile one way and then do a hard 180 a mile the other way and like down. And so it was just like that freaking zigzag over and over again. I lost 30 minutes of time doing that. Like, it would have been 30 minutes faster for me to do the tolls. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. There were a couple questions.
What do we got?
So Matt asked, if you could ask Frank and Maxine any questions, what would they be?
Damn. All right, so just a little back history. Frank and Maxine were two spirits I started talking with back when I first started doing communication, and especially doing communication from home. So I'd done a couple of investigations in the field, and I did one solo at the TV Rippey house, the TV Rippey mansion. And when I came back from that investigation, a spirit named Frank started talking to me. And I used to, back then, I was young and naive, and I used to invite spirits to follow me. Very not good thing to do. I got lucky though at the beginning, and a spirit named Frank came with me, and he started talking to me over the equipment. And Frank could literally use any device, any piece of equipment, and he could just talk to you nonstop. The first time I heard him was on a EVP recorder on an Olympus, and in his frank voice he said, "You're walking on a gold mine." And it's this crystal clear, just deep male voice, and it's such a weird thing to say. And then I started turning on the spirit box, and I'd ask, "What's your name?" It'd be Frank. And he would, whenever Frank was present, he would say his name loud and clear. He'd go, "Frank," like just super loud. And he could use any app, he could use just any device. And then eventually Frank introduced me to Maxine. So Frank had a normal, like, it was a deep male voice. Frank had a deep male voice, and he'd come through all the equipment. And then he introduced Maxine, and Maxine always talked in a robot voice. It was a female robot voice, and that's how she sounded on everything, on EVP, Spirit Box, Gateway, apps, all of it. And they, for months, I'd say for a period of about 6 months, they came through every time. And they would, when I first started testing the microphone through the gateway, Frank was able to use it immediately. The first thing I did, I picked up the mic and I was like, "Can anyone use this?" And you hear, "It's Frank." It's like, what the hell? It's like, how is this possible? And Maxine was a little different. Like, she would come through clear, but she couldn't respond immediately like Frank could. But she could sometimes. But if I could ask them anything right now, I guess I would ask them what happened and what were they looking for. I almost feel like something was after them, or someone was after them. And they stopped coming through shortly after I freaking invited Nick into the house. That kind of ruined everything. Yeah, so guys, Pops Metal, what's up, Pops? Yeah, I should make a best of video showing the communication with Frank and Maxine.
That would be cool.
It'd be off the chart. People wouldn't believe it. And I assumed that I assumed that there were spirits like Frank and Maxine that would just, talk, and it's not the case. It's very rare. Very, very rare. Oh yeah, one of the craziest examples I ever have is when I very first got the Connect 360 to make an SLS camera. I downloaded the software in my living room, I plugged it into the computer, and as soon as I turned it on, and keep in mind, the camera is just sitting on a little table in the middle of the living room. As soon as I turned it on, there were two spirits, one to my left and one to my right, and it was Frank and Maxine, literally just standing there beside me, watching me set it up. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But yeah, then I made the mistake. So, and this is when I learned you cannot trust the spirit box or what they're saying over the spirit box. I was doing a session, and a spirit started saying, "Nick needs help. Nick needs help. Help Nick." And I was like, "Where's Nick?" They're like, "In the driveway." And so I, like an idiot, I went to the back door and I opened it and I invited Nick in. And at first I didn't hear nothing or feel nothing. And then on the ramp, I heard like steps on the ramp, and then wind gushed past me, my face, like cold air. And I was in shock. I was like, "There's no way this just happened. There's no way," because like I heard and felt something after doing that. And then since then, my sessions were complete crap. Like Nick could come through very clear, but he was messing with me the whole time. At one point, he told me to contact this bishop lady in Oregon, and I looked her up, and she was real. It was a real bishop lady in Oregon, and like I was like, I thought I was onto something big. I thought like I had found some kind of like connection, and there was something that needed to be done from the other side. It was actually just a spirit messing with me. And banishing Nick was almost impossible.
Matt just asked, do you think Nick is still around?
Nick's definitely around. I think Nick's outside. I think he's like stuck on the land in my neighborhood. And at Post Town they mention Nick all the time. GG lit in the building.
Nice.
Matrix agent. What did he say?
Agent Smith voice. I don't know how to say that. I don't know.
GG, The Matrix is the movie I've watched the most in my life. When I was young, I used to watch it every day. I think that's what messed my brain up. Just watching that movie over and over again.
For real.
But guys, if Gigi's here and if Gigi's lighting it up, that means tonight is going to be amazing. Gigi, whenever Gigi makes an appearance, the Cowboy Devil, by the way, whenever we talk about the Cowboy Devil, we're talking about Gigi lit. But yeah, when Gigi makes an appearance, it's usually a good night. It's usually a good freaking night. Did they look? It looks like that 70 got pasted over. I wonder if they had
No, I
changed
didn't
it.
even notice.
Must have changed it at some point.
It's changed.
But yeah, banishing Nick was extremely difficult. So Sage and Salt didn't work. Prayers didn't work. And then I learned the lesser banishing ritual, or the banishing ritual of the pentagram or something like that. And I did that with the Salt and the Sage and like prayers, and it didn't work. It almost did, but it didn't. And then I had to do it again after memorizing the ritual. So I memorized the ritual instead of just reading from it. I memorized it, and then I saged immediately afterwards, and that finally worked. That finally got him out of the house.
Look, Gigi.
Gigi throwing it down. Gigi, gambling is serious business. It is. It is. I think gambling is one of those vices that has a dark energy associated with it, like a dark force, a demonic power. And I'm sure there's some kind of spirit or dark spirit that governs it, and that does its best to keep people hooked and spending. So I absolutely believe that. So Gigi, I think you're absolutely right. And thank you for lighting it up, by the way. Thank you for throwing it down on the super chat. That is what we call fire. Absolute fire. And really, if you think about investigating, it's kind of a game side, and it's something you have no control over, you know? I mean, you can control what you do to prepare, you can control what you do with the environment, but ultimately, it is a gamble. And there are dark forces at play there too. It's a risky kind of business. But gambling is gambling is the distilled practice of blind risk-reward behavior. It's like literally just like put it on me. Pretty intense.
I think it's addictive too, because like if you do win, whenever you do, then you're just chasing that.
Yeah.
Again.
Because when you win, it feels like you got something from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the biggest thing ever. Gigi, I believe it. You are the Cowboy Devil. Any Cowboy Devil I've ever met is a little risky. Were you going to say something?
I don't think so.
No.
No. I was just thinking.
Guys, we're going to go for a little bit longer, and then we're going to pause this, stop this, and have some snacks.
I'm up for that.
That is the plan. It's so weird driving with the AC on.
No.
We're in the middle
Feels
of
wrong.
March. Yeah, guys, it's like March 8th. Yeah, it's not even the middle of March. We're still at the beginning of March. Well, I don't know. When would the middle of a month start? I guess the 10th, right? It'd be like the 10th to the 20th would be the middle of the month.
I would have said, yeah, 10th through 20th, because I was going to say 15 would be
The exact middle, yeah.
Gigi asked where we're going.
Post Town, baby! You already know it's going to be popping.
Birthday on the 10th. Heck yeah, my birthday is the 11th.
Bunch of birthdays this month. So the other night we did a stream, and I asked, we asked about birthdays, and there was a ton of Pisces. I would love to be able to see how many epic fan members are Pisces.
That would be cool.
I bet there's a lot of them.
I bet so too. Because I feel like as a water sign, that's just what you draw in.
Yep, just more water.
Yes.
Bringing down the house. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember what it is. Maybe it's these fancy gloves.
Maybe.
See the power button? I don't know what it's for, but it's fancy. Yeah, exactly. This is how you turn me on. I had to. Question.
Hold on, I'm trying to read. Do you think you'll ever develop completely new equipment?
That is a great question. I hope so. Everything I've done now. Oh, I forgot. Maybe I brought it. Damn it. I might have brought it. I was going to use the Void Ripper microphone and plug it directly into the 4K camera when we film the special later. Hopefully I brought it. But everything I've done so far has mainly been derivative, which means it's using currently thought of techniques and then just applying them in a new way. And I'm really good at that. I'm really good at making new techniques. I have a lot of new techniques that I can say were birthed by our research. However, as far as like a device itself goes, I don't think I've made anything completely new. Because like with the gateway device, people had reversed the signal before. It's not like that reversing was a brand new thing. But the gateway is different in that it always has the reverse on. Like that is what makes it a gateway. The reverse is always on, and there's an instant replay feature. And again, those two things had been done before, just not 100% of the time consistently. And that's what makes the gateway device unique. But again, it's more of a derivative invention. And the Void Ripper is extremely rare, like extremely unique, but it is just using an EVP recorder with a weird microphone. And like the SLS cameras, those are already technology that already existed. The Clover method is probably the best thing that I've come up with. I think the Clover method and the Clover method, the double Clover method, and the triple Clover method are probably the best things I've come up with and the most unique and original things that I've come up with. And I can't even take all the credit for it because it was literally a spirit during a Patreon session that kept saying play it back while we were doing a gateway session. So I used the new recorder that Pops Metal bought me. So like Pops Metal provided the recorder and the spirits provided the information or the inspiration to do it. And so I just happened to be there. And like granted, we were using the gateway, which was of my invention. So it was like a combination. It was the spirits, it was Pops, it was the gateway, and it was me being there in the right time. And I really think Amy Clover, one of the fan members who passed away, I think she had a lot to do with it. I think she had a hand in it, and that's why I named it after her. Well, that, and like, even if she didn't have a hand to do with it, it would still be a fitting dedication to her. Because guys, if you go back through any of the old streams, you'll see Amy commenting on them. Oh, whoa. Stay away from that.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Probably texting,
Probably.
if I had to guess. He was looking like dead forward. Like he looked like a robot driving that car.
Yeah, he looks very serious.
It's kind of scary. He's riding that right lane.
Yeah, for real.
Alright, yeah, I need to get over. There's people trying to go 90, and I'm not going 90. Oh look.
What is that guy's problem?
I guess he didn't want me to fucking pass him. Alright, he was trying to, I guess, run up on this car up here. Yeah, guys, some people, they go 90, 100 on the interstate down here like it's nothing. And like up north, in Connecticut, it is normal to drive 100 miles an hour. Normal. If you're going 80, you need to be in the slow lane. And the speed limit's 70. Don't get me wrong, it's not like the speed limit's higher up there. They just drive, like, and their interstates are 2 lanes. Like, we're on a 3-lane interstate right now.
It's crazy.
3 lane each ways. Theirs is only 2 lane each ways, and their merge lanes are a joke. Their merge lanes are like our new circle merge lanes. Like tiny.
Those are awful.
And it's for on the interstate. People going 100 miles an hour. And like a lot of it's bent like this, so like you can't see super far. Like you can't see far down enough for someone coming 100 miles an hour to know if you should go or not. It's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
All right, guys, how long are we going? 52 minutes? Not bad.
I didn't even realize it had been that long.
Not bad.
Not bad. You know.
I think, are we caught up?
Oops. No.
You might have just made someone a moderator.
Huh?
You might have just made someone a moderator.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What was that?
It was a giant puddle, and I saw it at the last
Jeez,
second.
Yeah, I saw it right before.
It's from where the snowstorms hit. Man, I wish I would have. My hair, my hair's in my glasses, so I looked up to move it, and then that's when I saw it, and I was like, oh no. That was. That could have I'm surprised it didn't rip the freaking tire off.
It was crazy.
It was huge. It was gigantic. At least the back wheel didn't hit it. A little scary.
It was scary.
But we made it through. Alright guys, so if you don't have any more questions, we're going to close it here. Oh, there's another question. What do you got?
So, do you think paranormal investigating is universal, or do spirits act different in different regions?
That's actually, that's a great question.
That is great.
Go, man, with the questions.
Yeah, for real.
Fantastic questions. I really appreciate it. So, Matt, I think that spirits are different in different regions. And I think they behave differently and respond differently. And I've noticed that, especially when you go to a location for the first time, the spirits are awfully curious of you. And they will act differently the first time than like any other time. And then once you get more familiar with those spirits, they'll react to you every time once they're comfortable with you. Like at Post Town, the spirits are really comfortable with me. And they'll come up to me and they'll talk to me. And some other people might not get that kind of interaction. But it also depends on the area and the type of spirits. So you could go to an area that doesn't have as many people, that still has a lot of the nature spirits, a lot of the land spirits, a lot of the non-human spirits. And that'll be an entirely different investigation. And there are different type versus the other, it's hard to say. And the way that certain spirits experience the investigation in reality, they're experiencing not only your investigation, but everything before and after as well. That looked like a turkey.
It
on
was
the
a
side
turkey.
Of
That's why I was like, what was that?
But so yeah, I think different regions, the spirits do act differently. And so the best thing to do as an investigator is to do your same investigation style every time, to see the difference in reaction, to see how the spirits interact differently. And then of course, depending on what's happening, you might have to change it up. You might have to adapt your style to whatever those spirits can utilize the best. And so, like, some spirits don't need any equipment. Some spirits are like there no matter what. And maybe it's like a nature spirit, or maybe it's a spirit summoned through witchcraft. But either way, I do think it's different at different places. And like the spirits that come here through witchcraft and that kind of thing, entirely different. What's that one? War Battlefield?
Do you find battlefield related spirits to be different than those of a home?
Yeah, so I've investigated 3 different battlefields, and granted I got different things at each battlefield. So I've investigated the Perryville battlefield, Gettysburg, and Chickamauga, the 3 like bloodiest battles.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say the first night I investigated the Chickamauga battlefield, it was with my buddy Alex, and we were investigating on the night of the Super Blood Wolf Blue Moon. The Super Blood Blue Wolf Moon. Like that crazy moon back in 2018. And it was active. It was extremely active. And we picked up residual stuff pretty hardcore. And I think at battlefields I've noticed that there's not really many intelligent spirits. So, for instance, at Chickamauga, when we were walking through, one of the clearest things we got was, "He shot me!" Like, as we were walking, it was just crystal clear. And then, when we were in the second part of the battlefield, where the main battle took place, we were sitting in my car, and something hit my car door. It goes like, "Doof!" And we both go like, "What was that?" Like, we both jump. And, I think that was a residual burst of energy, or maybe a residual shot or something. And it was just, the whole time was just creepy. And when I investigated the Perryville battlefield, I didn't really get much at all, except for a couple of residual things here and there. And at the end, I had a decent session in the gazebo when the storm came through, a massive storm, just like drenched everything. So I was like stuck in this gazebo as the sun was going down with the storm just like slamming. But at Gettysburg, one of the things I did that I wish I had done at the other battlefields, Pops Metal sent me the names of some of the soldiers that had fallen at Gettysburg and like what they had done and like their honors. And so I started reading the names and their honors. And Pops, do you remember, did we get one of the spirits to repeat their name? We got an intelligent response. And it was my first intelligent battlefield response, where I think they repeated their name after I said their name. Or he said like, "I'm here," or something like that after I said one of their names. And that was at Gettysburg. And like, I had driven over 2 hours from the last location to get to Gettysburg. And then I get the equipment out and I realize I had left my gateway device at the last location. Who does that? Who leaves their main source of communication? Like, but I'd have them mail that back to me. It's crazy.
Somebody asked. White Lightning Amy said, "Is writing to a spirit safe?"
Writing to a spirit?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like writing a letter to a spirit? Or are you talking about automatic writing, where you let the spirit write through you? I guess I could address both of them. I don't see any reason that you couldn't write a letter to a spirit and just leave it, you know, maybe they could read it or maybe they'll feel it. But as far as automatic writing goes, it's so some of the people I work with are heavily against it. They're heavily against that and the Ouija board and anything that uses autonomous movement. Because whenever you are asking a spirit to focus through you and use that autonomous movement, you're allowing that spirit to take control of you. What's it saying?
Faster route available. Save
What?
4 minutes.
I guess hit yes. Because there's a traffic jam. Do you see that up there?
Yeah. So
5 miles, stay on
north
71 north. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
she said, yeah, writing a letter to a spirit.
Writing a letter to a spirit. So, how would you send it to him? Would you burn it? So would you write it and then burn it? How would you get the letter to him? Or would you post it and leave it out? Yeah, I guess you could burn it. You'd have to charge it in some way.
Do you think spirits are capable of typing on keyboards?
Well, we've done that experiment with that laser keyboard, and I should have brought it. Because that was fun. The laser keyboard experiment's fun. But Daryl said he got a spirit to type on it before when they first used it. And during one of our group events, it's kind of debated whether or not someone accidentally made this happen or if it was a spirit or not. But out of nowhere, there was a 7 typed on the keyboard. And we were like, because it was the laser keyboard. It's a keyboard that projects a laser grid of the letters. And it appeared as if a spirit had typed the number 7. And so I don't know. I've done the laser keyboard experiment at numerous locations. And that's the only time I've ever had anything type out. Also, when you see the videos online of like ghost typed on my keyboard, those are purely entertainment. Those are purely entertainment. So just keep that in mind. Because I've seen some of those videos and it's like, this would be cool. This would be super cool. But yeah, as far as the physical keys go, the most a spirit could do is if it was a poltergeist, it could hit the keys and maybe type something out that way. Now, here's something pretty cool that's happened to me and to Sean and to a handful of investigators, is when you have your phone in your pocket, the spirit somehow, like let's say if you accidentally turn your phone on, or maybe a spirit turns your phone on, they can type out a message, whether it's like using the notes app or it's usually text messages. So like somehow your phone will turn on and go to text messages and it'll type out a big long crazy message. And I've had this happen. I've had that happen at the Benton farmhouse. It was super creepy. But that's happened a lot to a lot of investigators. And I think that is a spirit influencing the phone in order to do that. They're like making it open and then influencing the words that are coming into it. Because like a lot of times I think what happens is the phone turns on, opens up to the text message, and then it does the voice to text thing. And then it picks up what everyone's saying. But since it's in your pocket, it's muffled. And since there's spirits present, they can mess with that signal going in. And they can change it and morph the words. And I think that's what's happened there. And then at Post Town, how can I forget this? At Post Town, we were using the iPhone voice to text feature. And we were talking to Sarah. And we were like, Sarah, can you say anything? Can you use this? And she said, I love you. She said, I love you through the freaking voice to text feature on the iPhone. It was absolutely incredible. And then we asked her, is this hard for you to use? And she typed out, it's hard to use, of course. Surely it's going to have a turn after that or something.
I don't know.
It'll say once we do it. Once we do it.
Keep moving to stay on the second.
I did something.
Cruising. Alright guys, do we got any more questions? We're an hour and 6 in. We're probably going to close it here. I guess since we've got the sun to our backs, I don't need the gloves on. right, don't look, guys. We gotta spit out the film. You see my open bottle over there?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I dropped the lid and caught it with one hand. Are you doing the yawn to put your arm around it? That's what it looked like. Very smooth.
Very smooth. I'm just gonna stretch.
Oh yeah, guys. And what about when people wake up and there's pictures taken on their phone that they didn't take? Dazzler, what's up, Dazzler? All right, what's it saying on the phone?
2 miles. Play this. I don't even know. This is just a bunch of words. I don't even understand what they mean.
All right, I got it. Wait, let me look at it more.
189. There's so many letters and then different words.
What's the first one? 189.
189 and then
1072.
1072.
All right.
Kyle's Lane. Here's a question. Do you think people within the autistic spectrum have more paranormal activity?
I don't know about within the autistic spectrum, but I do believe there are certain mental illnesses that might not be completely mental illness. Because think of it this way. Let's say someone is born with the ability to see and hear spirits at all times. They would seem extremely schizophrenic. Especially if they were seeing the people in crystal clear definition. Looks like a lot of people are taking this detour. Alright, does it say where to go afterwards? Zoom out a little bit. Turn left. Okay. That's what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is a stoplight.
I think it is.
Okay.
Surely, if you got to turn left, you know.
Just go for it. But I do think about it this way. It's possible that someone on the autistic spectrum, they might have part of their overdeveloped brain might be a spiritual sensitivity. I don't know if it's happened yet, and they probably misdiagnosed it. So imagine if there was an autistic kid, and his they're underdeveloped usually socially, but his overdeveloped part of the brain, or whatever part that like he really just like jives with, what if that is where he's detecting all these energies and spirits, but no one believes him and he can't explain it, you know? That would be a nightmare.
Oops, somehow I accidentally stopped it.
Turn left onto Kentucky 1072, Kyle's Lane.
Oh no, hopefully it didn't.
No, it didn't, because we're still in the same. This was the same. Over and then up.
Gotcha, okay. Nice. But yeah, so I don't know about that specifically, but I do think that there are some misdiagnoses, probably in the form of like schizophrenia or maybe even psychosis, but it depends. Like, so I'm not a mental health professional. I have no idea, but I know mental health professionals probably discount the idea of spirits and, that kind of thing. So I'd really like to meet someone who's a professional in both, like a mental health professional who's also studied spirit and spirit activity heavily, because maybe then there could be some more discernibility. There was an interview with a Native American, and he had walked through a mental hospital, and they'd ask him like, what do you think about the standard of care here? And he was like, there's a lot of these people that need shamanic training. There's a lot of these people that are spirit seers, and they shouldn't be here. And I was like, damn. I wonder how, like, because surely schizophrenia existed with like Native Americans. I wonder how they dealt with it. Or maybe what if there are certain races of people that can't be schizophrenic. That would be weird too. But I don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers, but surely they had a different viewpoint. That is a good question. I think Matt had a question too.
Yeah.
Do you think the skull experiments were legitimate? I asked that, and Maxine said they were out for money. And like you can, it's a clear as day response. That's a giant bird. I asked Maxine, were you there for the skull experiments? And she goes, they were out for money, in her clear female robot voice, the voice she always uses. And so I don't know how I feel about it. Like apparently someone had like debunked them. 127 north.
Yeah.
US 25 north. Okay. But yeah, it's apparently like they were debunked at some point somehow. But I mean, it seems so fantastical. It's so fantastical that it makes you think.
I think we're just following all these guys.
Right. You can hit recenter to. Oh,
Use the right two
there goes
lanes
the
to
lid.
turn right onto US 127 North, US 25
Oh, they're
North.
coming this way. Oh, come on, not reaching.
Continue on US 127 North
Oh,
for 2
no.
miles.
I reached too far.
I don't know.
How many miles? 2 miles?
2 miles.
Nice.
I feel like I've been here before. Did we take this way last time?
I don't think so.
I feel like I've taken this way to Cincinnati before, though. For some odd reason.
I can see that. If I freaking sprained a muscle picking
Trying
up
to get your lid.
trying to get a freaking water bottle cap.
You could have just handed me the water bottle.
I wanted
Literally has like 1 drink left.
Well, I was wanting to save the cat. So yeah, we're in Covington. If you're wondering. Debunk was good. I see you, D. Alright, I forgot the question I was answering.
The experiments.
Oh yeah, the skull experiments. So guys, if you haven't seen the skull experiments, I suggest watching it. It really motivated me because there's a lot of the movie that's just completely real, but then the skull experiments themselves are the ones that are called into question. But they do the segment on this woman who had a Panasonic DR60 and she didn't get it for ghost hunting. She just had it just normally, and the voice of her dead son kept coming over it, and she was like, you know, mesmerized by it, and so they interviewed her and she played on the recordings and stuff, and there's just one of them saying Happy New Year, and it's just like heartbreaking, just so heartbreaking. But it's a DR, that was back before they even knew the DR60 was like the thing to go to. But and then there's another part where like the man in Italy with his radio, that's crazy. The thing with the freaking radio is nuts. And he went years without it working, literal years, where people would keep showing up, he'd keep fucking letting them in and keep trying to do it, and years without it working. And then one day it started working again, and the spirits started coming through it again, and like all that. So basically what I'm saying is the skull experiments is good to watch, but you have to keep in mind that the experiments themselves, like that the movie's based on, might not be totally legit.
Alright, so in half a mile you're turning left.
Left?
To 71.
Yeah, I've had to come through here before too.
Yeah. Definitely been through here.
Glad we're here during the day. Let me make sure this is charging. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, I need to charge my phone at some point.
Yeah.
I know it's not very low, but still.
Anna Lockwood was good. We're going to my favorite location, the Haunted School, Post Town. Oh, I think I really did mess something up.
Oh no.
Well, y'all just gonna go around this stuff?
I guess they are.
If they figure out a way around, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
They just might, though.
They just might. Have you done Bobby Mackey's?
I haven't. So I'm saving Bobby Mackey's for when we hit 100 Patreon members, or when we hit 100 Patreon plus members only members. And so right now we're at like, if you add up the Patreon members, which is at like 54, and the members only members, which is at like at least 13, that would put us at 67. Maybe we're at 69 because Walter joined.
True.
That'd be 68. Are we one member away from 69 members? But yeah, so we're gonna do Bobby Mackey's. Oh my goodness! Mama Epic throwing it down and Joe Watchman throwing it down on the PayPal donations, guys. They just threw down $20 total on the PayPal. Let's go. So look, so sometimes it comes through on text. I haven't set up to do it, but that's the only one that's come through so far.
That is weird.
But guys, Mama Epic and Joe Watchman both throwing it down on PayPal donations. Can we light it up in the chat while we're on the road in the car? Can we bring this? And if you're an Epic member, if you're a members only member, let's see that blue flame, because it's a PayPal donation. Let's see the blue flames in the chat, burning it down, extra heat. There's Mama Epic. What's up, Trixie Cat? Mom, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We're just doing a little Q&A road, you know.
I love that sign. It just says "Be concerned."
What the heck? It literally does.
I'm very concerned.
What even? All right. I guess because of the neighborhood we're in.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What a name.
But yeah, guys, we had to get off the interstate. Google was like, look, it's not fast enough. We're like, okay, Google, we'll trust you. We'll trust you with everything. Google overlords.
Not sure how to help with Google.
Oh,
Oh, were you talking to her?
wait, where do I go?
0.3 miles. You're taking a left.
All right, so I'm staying right here.
Yeah.
All these people thinking that they could freaking...
Yeah, for real. It said, like, right up here, the red ends. So maybe.
No, so we're getting back onto 71 North, so it's still going to be backed up.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Is that a weenie?
It is.
It's a weenie! It's a weenie! That's a big weenie. He's a pup. Marking on stuff. Okay, oh my god. Okay. I don't think that's far over now. Maybe it is. Guys, if you see a weenie dog, you gotta appreciate the more emojis we can have. And I might have to close the app and open it back.
Maybe.
Make an embarrassing face.
No.
That it'll for sure come back on if you do.
You can take one for the team.
Sam, what's good, Sam? I see you. I see you. We're back.
Nice.
I don't believe it. Are we actually back? We are back.
Guess so.
What's up, y'all? So we had to refresh the connections, disconnect from the Wi-Fi, reconnect to the Bluetooth, disconnect from the Bluetooth. No, we're back. We're back. What's up? Anna. Hey, Anna. There's two Annas. There's Bolin and Lockwood. What's up, Anna Squad? Yeah, I don't know. So, guys, normally a detour, it detours for a while. We're about to get back onto the interstate, and I think, I don't know if it helped.
Yeah, I don't.
But it says it's not red, but it's,
But
yeah,
it's
it is.
orange.
No, it don't, like, look,
Oh,
plus 4 minutes.
nice.
Oh, we're gonna be stuck on the bridge.
Of course.
What if we went off onto Main Street and went over?
Maybe.
It's orange too, though.
Yeah.
All right, I guess
Because
let's.
I bet everyone's about to start thinking that.
Yeah,
Like, what if we went onto Main Street?
but in this day and age, most people don't veer from their GPS. So maybe it's wide open. But here, let's bust out those white cheddars.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, it's about snack time here in the car. I don't know about y'all.
Fuck this up.
Oh, Amy, so you put okay, so you put a question to ask a spirit on your phone. Interesting. Well, that's a very interesting question. So Amy wrote a question in her notes app to a spirit. There's definitely some risk involved there, but it's not as great as, using a spirit autonomously.
In 600 feet, turn left onto the I-71 North I-75 North ramp.
Oh, shoot. We almost made
You
it.
should have known better.
This guy hadn't cut in front of me. Kaylin. That's a cool name. What's up, Kaylin? He got timed out real quick. He must have said something funny. Or was it Jalen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Either way, they're timed out, so. It's to Steve Clark of Def Leppard. Ooh, nice. Amy, that's very interesting.
Would you like something to drink?
Maybe. Guys, I usually eat pretty healthy. And to be fair,
These are healthy.
these are the healthy versions.
There's
But
a picture of health.
there's something about popcorn and white cheddar that just gets me. It freaking gets me. Mama! RJ Lady says, hey, so much health. Mama Epic says, hope everyone is having a blessed day. Love you, Epic fam. Mama, thank you for lighting it up on the super chat. Let's go. Guys, Mama is keeping it nice and toasty in here. It's kind of cold in the car, but Mama is lighting it up, making sure we stay nice and warm. Ooh, are we going to get this light?
Oh.
Is this for us?
The I-71 North ramp.
Oh, it's not, there's no signal.
Hey, I think I've been here before.
Yeah, this seems familiar to me too. Okay, let's go, people. Let's go. We did it.
Nice.
Then we're gonna be right back in the traffic jam.
Yeah. We're gonna have some birds on it, which will be fun.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my God. How is this helping at all? This is actually awful. I guess maybe we get to cut in line a little bit.
Maybe.
I almost feel like it might have been quicker to just stay on the interstate. I guess here, take it out and show them this jam.
Oh my God. Cheetos off my hands.
This truck is not about to let any more people over.
Oh.
I have to get all
There
the
we
way
go.
over too.
It's plugged up, so I can't really look behind us. I can just look forward.
Thank you, person. Thank you.
How do I do
You
this?
have to get it on the here. I can. You have to get it on the very edge. I don't think it'll fit with the thing on it.
Yeah, you do. Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, you do. Sorry.
Like that. Crap. Oh crap. Oh, my God.
This guy has tons of room to pull up.
All right, so I am going left, right? Or is it when we go
Yes.
a different way? Okay.
We're on 5th Street.
5th Street.
What's this?
That's not. Oh shit.
Ooh,
What?
I hate bridges and I hate seeing them work on bridges.
Wow, look at this. Yeah, what the hell? Look at that bridge.
Nice.
Here, show them Cincinnati.
Oh wait, why is it so zoomed in?
Just zoom it out. Just pinch zoom, you know what I mean?
I gotta unplug it.
That's fine too. It's like at 100%.
There we are. My hands are even shakier than the car was.
Do it further over.
Oh, further over. Like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug my phone out.
So yeah, this is a different bridge.
Okay, yeah, so it's saying you're taking 400 feet. You're keeping the 5th Street.
Can I go that way? Hell
Sure,
yeah,
you
I
have
can.
to.
I'm gonna drive through the cones. They're only there for decoration.
Make
Ohio.
them look like they're doing something.
Find it here. Oh, I found
What?
it. I found it. All right. So I guess the slowdown was solely from them working on the bridge.
As it always is.
Right. Yeah, guys. So I've been coming up here for various reasons, like all my life, and they've all. Damn! Look at that! Look at the traffic going
my
out.
goodness.
That's crazy,
That's awful.
guys. It's literally a standstill all the way out here. It's a standstill going the other way. My goodness, could you imagine how frustrating that'd be?
I'm gonna put my sunglasses on. It's bright.
I forgot what I was even saying.
You've been coming up here.
There's always been construction on the Ohio interstate. Always. Every single time. There's something completely different about Kentucky construction crews and Ohio construction crews.
Tennessee is like that too. It's like you're going up the interstate and Tennessee's really bad, and then Kentucky's fine, and then Ohio.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you just skip a whole state.
Yeah, guys, Kentucky interstates are great. Oh my god. They were like, she's on her fucking phone, of course. She used the F word. She wasn't even looking.
Daryl texted you. So what time you listen at?
Damn.
Sunglasses look so stupid because I'm wearing them over my real glasses.
They look awesome. Are you kidding me? Guys, check out her shades.
Because they stick out too far.
You can't tell that on camera.
Yeah, you can. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, guys, where I'm on the interstate so much, I see people doing the craziest shit. Just down in their phones. Even people I work with. It's scary, guys. It's scary.
It's scary.
Very scary. I like how most people joined as snack time started.
It's what the people want to see. Give them what they want. Ooh.
Alright, is this
I just
lane?
remembered we have gummy worms.
Oh yeah.
What were you saying?
Surely this lane isn't in.
Surely not.
Look at the haze. See, this right here reminds me of the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the 90s was like. There was this haze over everything.
Amazing.
This is what 90s videos look like. Alright, we gotta put the chips
Based
up.
on real life.
We are gonna eat the whole bag on the way
No.
up. We should have brought the other one.
What is this?
Yeah, I guess we can grab my Diet Coke. Oh my goodness. Look at this wavy freaking action.
Real.
Oh, there was someone that was texting. You see that hard freaking turn they just did?
No.
It's like if you were looking at the road, you wouldn't have to swerve so violently. Yeah, guys, like I'm a lot better about responding to your all's messages and whatnot, but I will say a big but. I don't do it while driving. It's too, like, and I've tried. It's just I don't have the. I guess I'm just not practiced enough to freaking do it. Wow, those gummy worms smell delicious. Very
They're
strong.
amazing.
Oh yeah, we have to stop at the Dollar General and get Sarah some gummy worms.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess we could offer some of those, really.
If there's any left.
You ain't offering her my gummy worms.
No. I'll save some.
Well,
I shouldn't have even opened them.
no, we could stop over there and we could get some more snacks too, though. And we should get like a present or something.
That was a bad idea on my part.
What was it, gummy worm?
The gummy worm.
I think it was a brilliant idea. Oh yeah, someone was saying that Sarah said she liked mints. Maybe we should get her some mints.
There's a cool cemetery up there.
Oh wow, I never even noticed that. I guess it's because I've been too busy driving.
Oh, look.
I need to stop driving. Start looking.
If you let me drive.
That was cool. There was a cemetery just on the hill overlooking the interstate. And it had a bunch of like tall headstones. Like a vertical pillar, very phallic headstones. There's something so good about a carbonated beverage after some snacky food. Very good.
This phone keeps sliding off of me.
Yeah, ever since they made them all slick and fancy,
Yeah, for real.
they don't grip no more. All right, guys, I would just keep streaming and just keep talking about nothing. I really would. But I think we're about 30 minutes out, so I gotta hop off here. But guys, we'll be live around 7:15, 7:30. Oh, look, we're hitting the traffic jam. All right, maybe we'll stay for a little longer. What's our ETA on that phone?
Ooh, a lot of red on here. 6:04.
How much time is left?
39 minutes.
Okay. We stay on here for like 4 or 5 more minutes. Worldwide Ghost is like, get out of here. Take care, guys. Take care. Yeah, you know, it's pretty much time to end it. I don't think there's been any more questions. Tangy wine gummies?
I've heard of those. I've never tried them. I want to.
Dory, those mints. I should have brought some of those mints. That's what I should have done. Dory, I still have a bunch of those. I was eating them so much that they tore my mouth up. They were just so good. They were just so freaking good. I still have a few of them left. Those are literally the best mints to ever exist. To ever freaking exist. Alright, I love y'all. So I will be back live here in a couple hours. And be sure in the meantime, if you're interested in the custom emojis, the badges, the green, getting the green name in the chat, and if you want to see some members only videos and posts, check out the members only section on YouTube, or check it out on Patreon, patreon.com/epicfam. And if you join the Epic Researcher tier on the Patreon, you get access to hundreds and hundreds of Patreon only live streams and videos. It's quite the collection. I put more into my Patreon than anyone I know. It's ridiculous. I probably should cut back. But we'll see. I like to be extremely extra, so it's hard for me to, cut back anything. But I love you. Look at those custom emojis. Look at those freaking custom emojis.
Nice. Those look awesome.
And yeah, we'll be live about 7:15 is what it's currently set for. 7:15. Realistically, maybe like 7:30. But we will see. But I love y'all. Stay awesome. Stay tuned. Stay lit. Stay epic. Happy birthday, Laura. I'll be saying that all week. All week.
All month.
All month. It is birthday month for Laura. But I love y'all. Stay tuned and stay epic, fam. We'll see you here later tonight. Peace.